Hey everybody, my name is Monaco. Welcome to my video recipe series titled Gatin', inspired by Tailgate football foods. Really excited to do this project. Each episode of the series will come out with each Montana State home football game. So week 1 is Gold Rush. We're gonna get right into it and we're gonna do some Gold Rush party ribs. So you can see I got a great rack of baby back ribs here. Got these from the guys down at Daniel's Meats. Obviously they do a great job. My go-to spot, and we'll get these things sliced up. Party ribs are made to feed a crowd. We'll get each rib sliced up individually, kind of eat them like chicken wings. So I'll get them sliced up, we'll get them seasoned up, we'll get them on the smoker, and we'll get ready to kick off again in Bobcat Stadium. When looking to cut these ribs, we want to make sure that we have meat on both sides. So find a sweet spot right in the middle and just slice these right and smooth. When this all comes apart, we'll get one nice meaty little morsel, leave the bone in there so we have a handle to eat these with. All right, there we have it. One rack of party style baby back ribs. Next thing we'll do, we'll get these things seasoned up, get them out on the smoker. Going on with 2 seasonings today. Alpine Touch, the Montana's favorite all-purpose seasoning, just as a little bit of a base layer. And then secondly, the real gold part of these Gold Rush ribs are gonna come from this honey mustard flavored rub. As we get these kind of in here, the AP will go down first. Don't want to go crazy on this because we want the smoke flavor to be as present as possible, but we just want some of this all-purpose, salt, pepper, all the other flavors that Alpine Touch is known for, just as a individual base layer of flavor. Okay, Jackpot, Carolina Gold. Hope you guys can see that. Obviously very bright yellow. This stuff comes out looking awesome on these ribs once we get it nice and rubbed in. We'll let this sit here for a sec. We have the smoker outside set up at 275 degrees. We'll go get them in the heat, into the smoke, and these things should cook pretty quickly. We're gonna get our party ribs placed here on the top rack. All right, we'll get that closed up. Probably about an hour, hour and a half, and I will show you the next step. As you can see, we got some really great color. Did some flipping throughout this cook just to make sure that everything was cooking nice and evenly, but we're getting really good color, really good smoke flavor across all of these ribs. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take these off and add them to our sauce bath. All these ribs temping right around 185 for anybody paying attention to the temperature. But in this tray, I just have some butter. We're gonna get all of these party ribs inside of this tray. Next, to really make these our Gold Rush ribs, we're gonna go in with this Headwaters Gold Rush mustard sauce. So any mustard sauce would really work, but obviously trying to support local as best we can, and I can't think of anything better for Gold Rush party ribs and Gold Rush barbecue sauce. So we're just gonna add a good chunk of this Gold Rush barbecue sauce into our bath of ribs and butter. We want to cover this up with foil to make sure that one, we cook all of the tenderness that we're searching for. So we got about 15 degrees. Once these things are about 205, we want to pull them off. So just to make sure that everybody is inside of here getting all nice and smoky and Gold Rush barbecue saucy. Really excited about what this will look like when we see them next. So we'll put them back on, still running at 275. Maybe only 10 or 15 minutes is what we will do at this temperature. So we'll be back to pull these off. We'll be eating soon. These soaked in that sauce in the smoker for maybe 20, 25 more minutes. Got up to temp. I kept them wrapped in foil, just put them into a cooler anywhere to keep them warm, just to let them rest until they're ready to eat. Now that we're at that point, we can plate them, let them cool down because they're still really hot even after a decent little rest here. So we'll get them on a plate, get them cooled down, and then we'll try them out. A little bit of a recap here. So what we did was we had that full rack of gorgeous baby back ribs that we got from downtown at Daniel's Meats. We sliced them up into little party ribs. If you guys don't want to go to that step, just call the guys down at Daniel's and ask for the party ribs for the tailgate recipe. These guys would happily get these ribs chopped up for you. They'd get them seasoned in however you wanted, I'm sure, as well, so that you can be as ready as possible for the Gold Rush game if doing some of this legwork isn't something that you're that interested in. So with the Gold Rush mindset, we took these ribs and covered them in our yellow Gold Rush jackpot seasoning. Got them on the smoker at 275. They cooked for a little over an hour, not even quite an hour and a half, but depending on your smoker, that could be a little bit different. Once we got the color and the temp that we wanted, we added them to a pan with the Headwaters Gold Rush sauce. So as perfect of a combination as we could get for this Gold Rush game. And a little bit of butter, just adding some more fat to that sauce. We let them come and finish in that sauce up to 200, 205 degrees. I like my ribs super fall off the bone. I know some people might like them a little bit more toothsome. If that's the case, just don't cook them quite as long. But I like to have them as tender as possible. I think that's the easiest thing to serve. And then we let them rest till we're ready to eat. And now we're at that point where we are ready to eat. So let's give them a try.